What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Disgraced singer, should I say, CeeLo Green is talking that talk against Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, and this is in regards to Cardi B's dropped music video and song WAP, which stands for Wet Ass Pussy, and he's claiming that they're making shameless music and it lacks moral, which is incredibly rich, coming from CeeLo Green, the man who was charged with rape a few short years ago and who responded to those accusations by saying on Twitter some really foul things that we're going to get to in this video. Let's start off with his comments against Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. CeeLo is quoted as saying in an interview that a lot of music today is very unfortunate and disappointing on a personal and moral level. There was once a time when we were savvy enough to code certain things we could express to those it was meant for with the style of language we used, but now music is shameless, it's sheer savagery. There should be a time and a place for adult content. He blamed Nicki Minaj for ushering this new era of vulgar music, which to me speaks to how little he's paid attention to female rap over the years. You know, there's been Foxy Brown, there's been Kia, there's been Little Kim, a lot of women just very openly owning their sexuality through their music. And, you know, it also speaks to the sexism, right? Like, male rap is incredibly misogynistic. It is incredibly vulgar. And yet here he is chastising women for owning their own sexuality and like being proud of it and celebrating it and benefiting from it as well. Like, I think that there's nothing that threatens men more than women owning their sexuality, their power, their beauty, their femininity, you know? Like, male rap depends so much on owning female sexuality and boxing it in and shaming it and degrading it and doing so many things. But female rap is about like saying, this is mine. I could do whatever I want to be with it. I don't have to be cute if I don't want to. I could be filthy. I could be nasty. I could be buck wild, whatever I want to do. And for whatever reason, he skips the people who trample on women, who degrade women, to go and chastise women for owning their own sexuality and doing whatever it is that they want to do with it themselves. You know, that is peak toxic, fragile masculinity, threatened by the fact that women are now owning their very own power. Anyway, when it comes to blaming Nicki, he claimed that she was quote unquote desperate and that she, Cardi B, and Thee Stallion are all, and I quote, more or less doing similar salacious gesturing to kind of get into position. I get it. The independent women and being in control, the divine femininity and sexual expression, I get it all. And it comes at what cost? Ever since making these comments, CeeLo has been getting dragged up and down Front Street, and I am 100,000% here for it. Because remember, it was not that long ago that CeeLo was charged with raping an unconscious woman. A woman charged him with slipping her an ecstasy pill in her drink, and then she woke up, you know, naked in bed with him and did not know what happened between taking the drink and waking up in bed with him. The alleged incident happened in 2012, and the trial happened in 2014. So CeeLo Green's lawyer argued that they did consensually have sex, which is so heartbreaking to hear because this woman doesn't even remember doing that, right? Like, so the fact that one party is saying that it was consensual and the other one doesn't even remember it happening is just, you know, incredibly unfair to me. And it's amazing and speaks to how with money you can, you know, get away with pretty much anything you want to, because CeeLo, in my opinion, incriminated himself when he tweeted about the situation. He said in his tweet, and I quote, if someone is passed out, they're not even with you consciously. So with implies consent, meaning that in his opinion, so long as someone like agreed to go back to a hotel room with you or your house or something, whether or not they're conscious to have consensual relations with you, it doesn't matter, because by coming into your house, they already consented to it. Like, on what planet does that even make sense? In the law, that doesn't even make sense, yet somehow some way he was able to beat the charge. He pleaded no contest to the felony count of supplying ecstasy and was sentenced to 3 years probation and 45 days of community service. So it's incredibly interesting to me that someone who believes that a woman unconscious technically consented to sleeping with him thinks that he's got a moral high ground over women rapping about owning their own sexuality. You know, like, sir, sit this one out. Any conversation about morality and sex and anything like that, you need to stay out of, because it's very clear from your history that you don't quite understand the very basic concept of consent, and you don't really respect women as people. So from there, there's no more arguments that you can make. And on top of that, CeeLo Green's music videos have sexualized women over the years, you know? Like, just take a look at some of these photos. He's in a hot tub with women catering to his every need. Somehow that's okay. But women doing the reverse, whereas men, you know, parking their Mack trucks in little garages is a problem. I feel like men like CeeLo Green are so freaking transparent that it is not even funny. Anytime you have a man like this talking down to women about the way that they like to express their femininity in their artistry, they always have a boatload of skeletons in their own closet. Like, sure, it's fine for them to use women as props within their own fantasies, but it's not okay for women to use men as props within their own fantasies, or even just use themselves. There were no men used as props within the WAP music video, unlike within CeeLo Green's music videos where women were used as props. And as far as I'm concerned, Thee Stallion does not have a record of drugging men and allegedly drugging men and tweeting about how it doesn't matter whether or not they're conscious, they technically imply. You know, Cardi B is another story though. I do have to concede on Cardi B, because Cardi B is on record stating herself that when she was working as a stripper, she had to sometimes drug men in order to get money out of them or whatever. A lot of people excused it. I personally don't. I think that's disgusting. I think it's disturbing. I think that that is going to eventually catch up to her. But yeah, CeeLo Green has no room to talk about any sort of topic like this with his own history of objectifying women within his music video and within his personal life. Guys, are you shocked to hear about CeeLo Green's statements towards women, or is it just men being men at this point, trying to talk down to women despite their very own sordid histories of misogyny? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.